You know the thing man combat the boy energy. Jumezi ya tobara chishene ya tumeteni no kwar wiwin chumeti. No kwar wiwin chumeti. Sende yida ozikana aisha jumezi wo oye Facebook Ghana Bad News or Facebook. The maraso na ebetum ako oye YouTube na a type Ghana Bad News ebohu the jumezi wo oye YouTube. Yede ahobase show Peter show day. Subscribe to your YouTube channel. Then, never watch the show for to drop your comment. Kindly like Ghana Bad News page on YouTube and at the same time Facebook. Like the page, drop your comment. Let us hear your opinion. You are the reason we come your way with this program. Then there is also that there's a God offer. Oye NPP Osun Amoye Kununkubu Awodi Bira Wokoto Abama Ghana for Woto Abadi Tier 1 Poto Enyugwase Nene. Only has some Tisiara Oye NPP Amayo Kumba Sebi Obe said that when I didn't Abefi Bira Ghana for 2 Tier 1 and Binim Asha Sere Kasa. When I was a Kasa Nimuko, Nasama Ken and Yereba Kasa Afaho. Oye mbete begonye oda dishe wo Efiduase Asokore wanano. Oye Dr. Nana Ayo Efriyie akasa. Na samora kanyebe NPP enyimgwase kuwo wozi nenan. Wo sumbu wo de ba won fambo oye Nana de Dankwa Akufo-Addo be na oye omampenyin nenan. Ina mbete begonye Dr. Nana Ayo Efriyie odutuga. Ose nkubu enyimgwase nkubu NPP among you couldn't reason it. We was soon bar, was a bar, one from Bo, Nana at the Dankwa Akufo-Addo no yam, aye on my opinion and me and ya so all day dealing and now Oma or you're gonna follow to a bar war with it here or your NPP or some among you couldn't. Today, what is on the table that we are discussing with you has to do with the humiliating loss of the new Patriotic Party. Now, after Ghanaians voted massively against the new Patriotic Party, members of the party are now coming home with their senses to speak. And one of those members who have spoken on the humiliating defeat that NPP suffered during the 7th December is the Member of Parliament for the people of Efiduase Asokore in the Ashanti Region, in the person of Dr. Nana Ayo Efriyie. Dr. Nana Efriyie is saying that the humiliating defeat that NPP suffered, the blame must go to Nana Akufo-Addo. The arrogance posture of Nana Akufo-Addo caused the NPP this humiliating defeat. Now, the NPP members are coming back home with their senses. And this is what we want to talk about. In order to do that, we'll give you the opportunity. Let us go and listen to Dr. Nana Ayo Efriyie.
So you agree, say, number you're arrogant because Ghana for kind of money. You agree?
Me say, the perceived position. A perception into one himself who perception industry juma so what I say because if you don't do that, obviously you go to elections, the president tells you that Sekwabi is Montumamia. So but if you the leader or the president says this, how do you want the people to feel? It's a character expose, and therefore the NDC can use it and they use it. But need I say? Need you say? Don't you know?
Since the president in the idea as a leader, it affected your vote.
I'm telling you that. I am telling you that.
At
the end of the day, what the president did, it was unacceptable. Oh, yes, it was unacceptable. So what I say.
So you agree? Say number you're arrogant because Ghana for kind of money. You agree?
Me say the perceived position. A perception into one himself who call perception industry juma so what I say because if you don't do that, obviously, you go to elections, the president tells you that Sekwabri is Muntu Mamia. So, but if you, the leader or the president says this, how do you want the people to feel? It's a character expose, and therefore the NDC can use it, and they use it.
It's Akufo-Addo.
But need I say?
Need you say?
Don't you know?
He says as a president as a leader, it affected your vote in Ashanti Region.
I am telling you that.
It's Akufo-Addo back.
At the end of the day, what the president did, it was unacceptable.
Oh,
yes, it was unacceptable. So what I say.
So you agree, say number you're arrogant because Ghana.
Ate asama oye besebegeni Dr. Nana AFRIYIE on Oyerepa TV bia no lokasa nanan na kwesi pakawoti ni bisan wa benezi the humiliating defeat in Gwasi Potoa NPP Osun Amanyokunin woni en bula Ghana fokoto aba December 17 ose former president Nana Akufo-Addo enizi enyanso subana odonezi the arrogant posture of former president, a so-called self-acclaimed competent president Nana Akufo-Addo, was the cause of the humiliating defeat that NPP suffered on December 7th general election. This is what the member of parliament for Efiduase Asokore in the Ashanti Region is saying at the time he appeared on Oyerepa TV program. And today, this platform, the bitter truth, we are saying that yes, this is the time now the NPP party members are coming back home with their senses. After the world can quarrel, after the women answer what they feel when it's really Juma. Yo, Abira Rekoto Ababoye campaign, Ghana for Kasa. On Mampini Nana Akufo-Addo, a so-called self-acclaimed competent president, is not showing any respect to a section of Ghanaians. Titi Nana Manifo, new poster means you what the Casabio on share ibu, the Casabio on chain a easy in farmer, it's a momophone. Sabe, women you defended this defenseless, useless posture, arrogant posture that was put up by the former president, a so-called self-acclaimed competent Nana Akufo-Addo. You refused, you defended it with all the strength that is within you. And today you are on a national television telling Ghanaians that the arrogant posture of Nana Akufo-Addo caused the NPP's humiliating defeat that they suffered on the 7th general election. You are now coming back home to reason. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Remember, this show is the bitter truth. We say it as it ought to be said. Kaime Jumeza Elkeneneni or Yonokori Jumezi. And then said the NPP for Bunyansa. And the NPP for Warikona. Since one of the Magana Foto Abaditia one. What's it? A man penning hour waiting call. Once more manga navy. Oye Nana Akufo-Addo. Me enyanso subana odonezi. We are not say God will tell you my opinion. Missions on the do in Magana for what to aba with it here Oye NPP. Bila Nana do kasakasefi o to food them and another info. Also when the one show on the weekend. Omina more the presidential seat the gratis come out of full Ghana for one taxpayers' money. Not Ghana for a canon NPP folk. You defended it. Hey, woman can say, what Jean and Nana for the meeting, and then Bane Hunyan Sarakate and there. Nana Akufo-Addo, Minyan so subano de the Omino Emma, Ghana for 2 Abaditia, or your NPP American. When you Munife. Now, whom do they Ghana for Sebi when I do Juma? You thought Ghanaians were not watching. You thought Ghanaian voters were not listening. You thought Ghanaians were not, angry about the arrogant posture of the so-called self-acclaimed former president Nana Akufo-Addo. until they went to the polls and exhibited their anger. That led to that humiliating defeat of the new Patriotic Party. Aya na mpanyinfo kede sebe wotufu na nta akọ antaze. And then nana AFRIYIE doctor banareka chedana fo de nana de nya so suma na ode nezene ono ona wama Ghana foto abeti hona. You were the campaign chairman for the middle belt. At the time you were going to the election, when Ghanaians were criticizing, complaining about Nanado's arrogance poster, you defended it with all the strength and the wisdom that is in you. And today, what are you talking about? Ghana for you, you will learn the bitter lesson. You will learn the hard way. Ghanaian voters will force you to learn the bitter lesson. They will force you. They force the NPP, who claim to be a party of intellectuals, will learn the hard way. Listen to him.
If you also look at election year, that's the Oko rounds, that's the Oka say, sorry, the Ghanaian people, they don't like this. So the president has a hiss. The Ken has his. Now, there are other people a war in the pipe where almost equally no ebo omo dear. So what you say? This is the hard truth.
This is the hard truth. At the time that Ghanaians were expecting you to speak this hard truth to the arrogant, self-acclaimed, competent President Nana Akufo-Addo, the former president, at the time the former self-acclaimed competent president Nana Akufo-Addo on the driving seat as the president, demonstrating arrogance towards chiefs, demonstrated arrogance towards the people of this country. When Ghanaians were expecting you to speak the truth, to be bold enough and point it out to the so-called self-acclaimed competent Nana Akufo-Addo to stop that arrogance, to stop that post-channel, you failed to do that. You rather covered it, you rather defended it in the senseless defense. You put up senseless defense, thinking that Ghanaians were stupid and they will play into your propaganda, your irresponsible, useless politicking. And Ghanaians have demonstrated that they are wide awake and they are sensible enough. His Excellency, the so-called self-acclaimed Nana Akufo-Addo, are now someone who comes from a royal lineage, who ought to know better how to respect chiefs, how to revere traditions. Yet Nana Akufo-Addo was arrogant to some chiefs. When Toby Fati of Aflao Paramount Chief, the e-blog in our abandoned so I see 77 say not the so-called self-acclaimed competent in another Akufo-Addo in Yana Ozima or Hinen. Let's see on Manigan Moha. We need Safudera or NPP Amaya Kudumi. When two are market of Mampina and Kasaye, one for chopper and farm or Manigana, one for chow and palm Matabi Apati, one for chopper and farm man and unmindful. Thinking that Sabio. Onam do yo mpenyin nti odisem hu a mamo biara nka no call na wadezi onno enna Ghana fa hwe ho ato aba etia and then manaraka there. This is the hard truth. At the time the so-called self-acclaimed competent Nana Akufo-Addo, the former president, was throwing tantrum, demonstrating arrogance towards chiefs in this country. When the paramount chief of Aflao made mention or complained about the abandoned E-block, what was the response from a so-called self-acclaimed competent former president Nana Akufo-Addo? The arrogance of it. The arrogance of Nana Akufo-Addo was clear to everybody to see in this country. Yet we did not see the intellectuals within the NPP party to speak to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to advise Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that arrogance posture would have a negative impact on NPP. It will go against NPP. Instead, you defended it with all the strength that is within you, thinking that Ghanaians were stupid. Ghanaians were not stupid, and they have demonstrated that they were not happy. We're expecting a so-called self-acclaimed former President Akufo-Addo, who is from a royal family, who ought to know better when it's come to respect to the chiefs and traditions, how chiefs ought to be revered. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo closed his eyes and decided to insult Tony Apati and other chiefs, demonstrate arrogance because he thinks he is the president of the Republic of Ghana. Let it be told, today, Dr. AFRIYIE is telling us that this is the half fact. That arrogance posture, that the former president, self-acclaimed competent president, the super incompetent president who claimed to be competent and demonstrated was not in consonance with Ghanaian. Ghanaian did not support it. Yet, when he was the campaign chairman for the middle belt, the sensible things, the right thing they could have done at that time, they have used the opportunity to apologize to the good people of this country, yet they closed their eyes to it, thinking that Ghanaians were stupid. When we voted against him, you are now telling us that those arrogant posture, the humiliating defeat of the NPP must be blamed on Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's arrogant posture. Really, you say?
Now, oh yeah, idea, oh policy, almost a yempe e-levy, yempe idea way. Now, oh insisted. Even in parliament, yes, say obeya reduce the kakra. Now, almost accepting. Nianka say the urban you the yes idea we into the cost. Then the people see the use because there is a lot of tax fatigue. In the minds of the people, no, your taxes, no, you some fast. Now, oh yeah, idea, oh policy, almost a yempe e-levy, yempe idea way. Now, oh insisted. Even in parliament, yes, say obeya reduce the kakra. Now, almost accepting. Nianka say the urban you the yes idea we into the cost. Then the people see the use because there is a lot of tax fatigue. In the minds of the people, no, your taxes, no, you some fast.
Now you are talking about, you've now realized that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was arrogant. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was not listening to the cries of the people of this country. He had forgotten, and those of you who followed him as the party members, those who served in his government, said, you could not muster the courage to approach the so-called self-acclaimed former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to let him know that the things he was doing in his posture will cause the party's downfall, or send the party to the opposition. And then said the Banaraka again. They were into this e-levy media as a member of parliament. Woko court said because there's some munokodo when we were passing the e-levy. When I want for the passing e-levy, you can't blame only the arrogant self-acclaimed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Whom in the Shebogofu, the members of parliament at the time in a majority, NPP in the Shebogofu, you are a contributing factor. About when I want for the now, what passing the e-levy. How was the e-levy passed? These are the things you need to ask. How was the e-levy passed? And the banner at the time the Ghana for should the e-levy one to the men and others on saying and what was your stand? When the opposition was complaining, asking that, okay, should it be that you want to pass it, reduce it to 5%, 0.5. Even the NPP majority caucus in parliament fought against the minority's proposal. And then you are telling us there, Nana the Bank of Akufo-Addo's posture, Sebi, no call your name, Nekayakana, when it hits you in the face, you have no choice. And the humiliating defeat by the NPP, Humara Nahuye, and then I say, one for a forbidden farmer, Nana the Bank of Akufo-Addo, send there. Young social modernity as a president and ono normal NPP obufum kade jumedi oye no call women jumedi you for say no call jaren when abaka ne kayakana no call women yabaka. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth, they say, is bitter, but when it is told, it heals. At the time, now you are complaining that Nana Akufo-Addo did not listen to the voice of Ghanaians when they were crying against the passage of the e-levy, when even the minority proposed that it should be reduced to 0.5%. The question the Bitter Truth platform would like to ask Dr. Nana AYEW is that, what was the posture of the majority at the time? You fought against the minority, went to court, used dubious means to pass the e-levy. Today, you are complaining that the passage of the e-levy by Nana arrogant, self-acclaimed, competent Nana Akufo-Addo has been the cause of the humiliating defeat that NPP suffered. You will learn the hard way. Truth is bitter. The show is Bitter Truth Show. Thank you for watching the show. Stay blessed, stay out of trouble. May God watch over you. So we come your way with another unadulterated, authentic, Bitter Truth Show. We say goodbye.